It's already, I guess, 8:40. So thank you everybody for getting on. I'm really excited to talk about this topic because I think it's going to be, I think it's going to open up your eyes to just maybe more of the simplicity of the business. I think a lot of times it's easy to overcomplicate things. So as most of y'all know, my personality is very type A. I like lists. I like to know what to do. So I'm going to talk to you kind of like that. And if it's too much, you know, you can kind of like take the information however you want. That's just kind of my personality and how it works for me. But, you know, I know we have a lot of new coaches on our team. And so I just wanted to, you know, start from the basics. And so we're going to be going over our power hour tonight. And what a power hour is it's literally just focused time working on your business. So, you know, with our business being run from our phones, it's really easy to get caught up into always being on your phone. I know I have had a lot of comments from Garrett that you're always on your phone or you're on your phone again or blah, blah, blah. And so this is really crucial for that aspect. And it's really good to know, like, if you can just get this intentional time each day, then you don't have to worry about, okay, well, what's going on? What are all these notifications? What are these messages? What's going on in the group? This is specifically made so that you don't have to stress about that. You can just have your time, and then if you want to get on your phone later, whatever, that's great, but you won't feel like you're missing out. I'm hoping this will take away some of the overwhelming feeling that you can feel with all of the notifications, all of the trainings, all of, you know, because ultimately at the end of the day, if you aren't doing this power hour, none of the trainings are going to help you, because the trainings are simply there just to help. I would say everything's based on this, like these basic vital behaviors that you do daily. So that this is just made, it's called a power hour because if you can dedicate or carve out an hour of your day, you will build a very solid and successful business. But it doesn't only have to be an hour, or it doesn't have to be an hour at a time. We could sometimes call it power pockets. So it could be 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. When I first started my business, I was doing it 30 minutes a day. So don't feel like you have to have an hour right up front, because, you know, in the beginning, things go a little bit faster because you're kind of learning the ropes and you're not necessarily like doing all of these things just yet. So I'm just going to kind of teach you some tips and tricks about how to prepare yourself for these power hours so that you work more efficiently and more intentionally. It's going to be just, you know, the whole work smarter, not harder. It's so true. I think, you know, you could work all day long just grazing on your phone, and it would stress you out and feel like you're not getting anything done. But if you just give yourself an intentional 30 minutes to an hour a day, you're going to be golden. So what does it consist of? It consists of adding new friends to your network, or adding people to your network, making new friends, which is going to include messaging and talking to people, commenting and liking on people's posts. That's engagement with people. Inviting, which is I think most favorite of everybody, right? Following up with people, and then posting and finding content to post about. That for me is my main power hour. Now there are a couple other aspects to a power hour technically. Like if you are including everything that your work time in this hour, I would say add in to check in your back office, and then also check into the team page. And just a side note, this does not include your workout or personal development. So, you know, your workout should just be there for you and for yourself and to work on yourself, along with personal development. And I'll just touch on that really quickly. Personal development, it is a must. Like I used to just I would do it, but like I have like learned to just I look forward to that's my honestly my favorite part of the day. Every day is my personal development because it helps you listen to these books or you read these books of other entrepreneurs or maybe other stories of people that had to fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and then they succeeded, and you're like, oh, I'm not a failure. Like I'm just learning. And it just gives you the confidence to know that you can do it too, because so many other people have done it before. So that is just something that is crucial because it's a confidence builder. I mean, that could be a whole other Zoom about personal development. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so those are really like going to be your work hour tasks. So I just want to encourage you though, like when you're thinking about this power hour, or say that you're checking into the team page, give yourself like 5 to 10 minutes every day to check into the team page or your coach online office, and then give yourself 30 minutes to an hour doing these tasks. But when you're doing it, be 110% there. And when you are not doing it, if you're with your kids or your or your husband or your boyfriend or whoever, your friends, whoever it is, be 100% there. Don't like, I have a horrible habit of, I will have my phone like by me and I'll be like sitting on the couch with Garrett and I have been working all day and he'll come home and like someone will message me and I'll like look over, and he's gotten to the point where he will go and grab my phone and put it in the other room. So if y'all text me at night, that's probably why I'm slow to respond, because I have to move my phone or else it's so easy to get distracted. So I just encourage you to be 100% present in whatever you're doing, because if you're not, it's just going to like cause more stress. I'm just going to be honest and frank with you there. It's not going to be good. It's going to just be like, you're not going to ever feel like you're getting anything done or you're ever really enjoying anything, because it's like this cloud hanging over you. If you're with your family, like, I should be doing my business. And if you're with your business, you should be with your family. So just be 100% there wherever you are. So my biggest tip on being efficient and working smarter is to plan ahead and to track conversations and to track your business. So I'm going to like show you, I'm going to screen share and show you what I do. But I wanted to go over this stuff. I posted about this, I think it was last week in the team page. I'm going to be hosting a power hour in the mornings, I believe. I'm still kind of working on those details. And Brittany's going to host a couple a week at night. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have a Zoom like this, and we're going to have a power hour together. So we're going to say, this is what we're doing here. 5 minutes, go the next one. And I wanted to like prep y'all with all of this stuff before, so that when you get to that power hour, even tomorrow, whenever you get to your power hour, you know what to do. You know how to prepare, because it's so easy to like get into it and then you start messaging one person, and then 30 minutes goes by and you haven't done anything else but message that one person. So plan ahead and track your business. So beforehand, before you start your actual power hour, part of that planning aspect would be your posting. So we use our social media as our storefront. So what that means is like your business, your window, your front window of your business or your store is going to be your social media. So that will be your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever else you're using. And that, like, you got to be thinking ahead of time, like what you want people to know about you and what you're going to be posting. So think about like when you're thinking about posting, and I'm not going to get into like what to post about because that's a whole nother Zoom too, but when you're thinking about this, like think about what post attracted you to the business. What, like, was it recipes? Was it something about the business? Was it fitness wise? What was it? Like, what attracted you to the business? And that's what you're going to want to duplicate. Like if you go to your page, what do you need more of? Like, are you adding value to people's lives? Are you giving them recipes? Are you giving them tips and things like that? You want to add more value than what you ask for. So make sure on your page, you know, you're giving motivation and inspiration. You're doing all of this stuff with nothing and no expectation in return. So that's kind of stuff that I would say to think about when you're prepping. So go to your page and look at what you need and think about what attracts you attracted you to this business, and that's how you're going to post. And honestly, the posting part is one of the most important parts, because that's how people are going to interact with you. That's how they're going to see what's going on in your business. No one knows what's going on in the challenge group except for the people in the challenge group. So that's your job, excuse me, to talk about it. It's your job to try to transfer the energy that you feel in that challenge group into a post. Things like that. So these posts are going to be like how people relate and how they connect with you. So, sorry, I have all these notes. I just want to make sure I get everything. The next thing I'd want you to do is to make a list. You may or may not have heard this yet, but what I want you to kind of start thinking about is making a list of people who would be like your ideal customer and who would be your ideal coach. This does not have to be someone who's already into fitness. This can be someone who could use an extra income. This could be someone who would love to be able to travel. This could be someone who needs to lose weight or who needs more information on eating clean or whatever it may be. Make a list, and this is going to be your friends and family more than likely at your very first list. So make that list first, and what you're going to do is you're going to use that in your power hour, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how to make interest lists. That's going to be helpful for beforehand work, but I'm going to show you that actually here in a second. And then as you're posting, what you'll do before your power hours, you're going to track the people who like and who comment on your post. So that is why posting is so important. But like what you want to do is you're going to make a list of people who have interacted. They don't have to comment. I write down everyone even who likes my post, because that means that something in the post sparked an interest of theirs to like it. Maybe it was the picture, maybe it was the content, I don't know, but regardless, it's going to be my job to find out. So you're going to do that. And then as you go through these power hours, make sure you're tracking your conversations. So as a side note, for me personally, I use Streak, which is through Gmail, and that is pretty, I mean, it's awesome, but that would be, if you're interested in learning that, let me know, and I can set up a Zoom like on a different night to explain that. But start out with a pen and paper. Just start out with your notepad and write out these names and just make lists. Okay, and honestly, like, you know, as you grow your business and as you become more comfortable with this process, you'll find ways that work better for you. Maybe it's something else, because I'll tell you, paper is not always going to work, because, for example, Penny will come and literally eat my paper. So I cannot use paper anymore. So I have to do stuff on the computer, and I like to have stuff on my phone too, just so like if I'm out and about. But anyway, that's kind of off topic. So I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to just show you what I do. Okay. So here's our team page. One thing I did want to show y'all on the team page is in our files section, I have created a bunch of Google Docs that will help you start conversations, that will help you when you're in conversations with people. Okay, they're right here. It's called Hey Girl Template. And then the other one, there's another one. One second. I think there's one. Responding to messages. I don't think that's it, but that's another example. I know I put it in here. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll have to go and look and find it, and then if I haven't put it in there, I thought I did, but that for sure is one, this Hey Girl Template, and that'll help you like know how to talk to people. But okay, so I'm going to show you what I do. So like I told you, in your power hour, you're adding, one of the first things you're doing is you're adding friends. So this on Facebook could be, you know, like, and sometimes in like your news feed, there will be like, oh, you may know this person. So that you could look through those people. But what I do is I will click on this little friend request guy, and I will see all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through And if I see people that have like, so this girl, Tara, I would not add her because Bratia is another coach. So I'm not going to add people that I have mutual friends with that are other coaches because I know that they are probably following Bratia and I don't want them to start following me because they're already following someone else on our team. So what I do is I go and I look for people that have at least probably 10 mutual friends, unless if it's less and it's someone that I know pretty well, I'll add them. But what I'll just do, so right here, I'm assuming she's from Frisco because those are all Frisco people. So I'll just add a friend, and then what I'll do is I would record her name. But here's the thing is when you're adding people, like you can click on their actual name and go to their profile and say, would you agree, like, would you get along with her or would you not? And then that would kind of like help you see like, should I add her or should I not? Because what you're going to be doing with these people is you're going to be adding them to your interest list or your people to watch to start relationships with. So, and you could even like go to the side as much, like search for friends. Like sometimes like if you want people like from your hometown, you would just click that. What I do is I'll do a lot of like Texas A&M people. So I'll just say if they put Texas A&M as their school, then I will go and I'll look and see like, okay, this girl, I'll see who all of our mutual friends are. Most of those people I worked at camp with probably is like someone I want to talk to, so I add her as a friend. So then say that she added me as a friend. And so I had done my power hour earlier today, so I had people that had said yes to my friend request. So these are my newest friends right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add her. Jessica. Okay. So what an interest list is it's literally just like a group, your own private group. They don't know that they're in it, but you can create a list, and what it will do is it's going to make a news feed of just those people that you've added to that list. So for me, I have two. I have potential coaches and I have new friends, and it says create relationships. So any new person I add on Facebook, I'll add to this list right here. So I have right here, I have 72 people in this group. And that's just like new friends that I've added. So what I know that I need to do is I need to go through here and just like go and comment and like and interact in their pages. And so for me, like if you're on your phone, you know, like you can go and like you can interact with like your groups and stuff. It's the same thing. You can just go and interact with your interest groups. That keeps you from Facebook scrolling. It's so easy to get like sucked into the news feed of something. So this is a great way to be efficient with your time and know I'm going to be interacting with these people. So go and be their friend, you know, comment like, oh, I love your hair, Lauren. I love those bangs. Or, oh, what a pretty picture. Like you have such a beautiful family, whatever it is, like use your own personality, but just interact with them like you'd be talking to your best friend and like and comment on the stuff. And so that is going to help kind of break down the barrier of the awkwardness when you message them. So you're not messaging them out of nowhere. You're just getting to know each other through Facebook, through your pictures and stuff like that. So as you do, so that's your interest list, and that's adding your friends adding people to your network or adding new friends. You can interchange that both ways. Another part of the power hour is going to be making new friends or messaging people. So what I do is I will go up here and I will see whose birthday it is. Okay, so this is literally how I start conversations with people. So Caitlin, I already messaged her today, and I'll show you, but it's her birthday today. So I will click message, and right there, see it says happy birthday, hope it's great. And as you can see, she's someone that I've had in the past talk about challenge groups, and look, y'all see how she didn't answer me? I'm telling you, it is not like I don't have people messaging me 24/7. I go out and message them and they don't always answer, and this is a great example of that. So don't think that because someone isn't answering you, you're failing, because you're not. Like it happens, look, it's happened to me. But I'll tell you this, not everyone uses Messenger. So if you're messaging someone and they don't respond, a good tip would be like, okay, go to her picture and like it or comment on it or something, and then she'll see your name, and then maybe she'll see your message, that kind of thing. So that's how I start like making new friends. So I will go and send them birthday messages. Another thing that I do is if I'm Facebook scrolling like at night or on the weekend, and say I see someone that gets engaged, or someone who announces they're pregnant, or someone who just had a baby, or someone who just bought a house or started a new job, I will screenshot that post and I'll put it in a album in my phone that says Facebook contacts. And that's going to be who during my power hour, when I'm making new friends or messaging people, I'll go to this list and I already know who I can message. So literally, each one of these tasks is going to be 5 minutes. That's all you get. So I have 5 minutes of adding friends, and I have 5 minutes of adding people, like messaging people. So what I'll do is I'll message them happy birthday, or I'll say congratulations on your engagement. I'm so excited for you. Have you picked out the big day? Whatever it is, just start the conversation with someone. And that's how you're going to start building the relationship. Do not think, oh, I'm starting this relationship to have to invite them. Like, that's going to stress you out. So just think about like building a relationship with them, and, you know, go to their posts and look and see what they do and talk about that. I mean, Facebook now it makes people creepy. So it's okay if you go and be like, oh, I saw your picture, you went to Hawaii, how was it? That's not weird, because they posted it for everyone to see. So kind of think of it that way. And that's literally how I start relationships with people, is I'll just go and message them. It won't be anything about Beachbody. Another way, or another list to talk to people, or I guess another way I make a list of talking to people, is anyone who, like we said, liked or commented on my photo. So like last week, so this is my page, right? So what I will do is I will go to like this. Okay, this is a post I did last week or this week. I'll go and I'll see, okay, who all liked my post. So I'll say, okay, Ashley Smart did. So I will go and I'll message her and be like, hey, how's it going? Whatever it is. Now say, that's another, like, that's how I'll start a conversation. That's another reason how I know how to talk to people. But say that like last week I did my country heat results. All of these people that liked it, when I messaged them and I said, hey, thank you so much for your support on my results. It's not always easy putting yourself out there, but having people like you support me means more than you know. Are you on a fitness journey too? And I will do that because that simple question at the end starts the conversation about fitness, because y'all, they liked a picture of a before and after picture. So it's not weird to bring that up. I hope y'all understand that difference of like making the relationship, and then also like put on a health and fitness picture, I will bring up health and fitness, because I feel like that opens the door for me to be able to do that. So, okay, that's all I wanted to say there. So, another part of your power hour is commenting and liking on people's posts, so interacting. So that goes back to the interest list. So that literally, like you said, I said, you have 5 minutes to do that. And so what I will do is I'll go to my interest list down here, my friends, and then I'll go to either potential coaches or new friendships or new whatever, and I'll just go to this list and I'll just see, I'll pick random people and I'll say, okay, Angela. What I'll do is I'll go to her page and I will look at what she posted and I'll be like, oh my gosh, what a cute picture. I'm going to love it. And then I'll kind of just interact on her page so she sees me. And honestly, this is a great example, because Angela is someone, I have no idea who she is, but we became friends on Facebook, and we have just been like interacting back and forth on both of our pictures. Like, she comments and stuff on mine and likes mine, and then I kind of do the same thing. And so now when I message her, it's not weird, because I feel like we've kind of been talking through our pictures. So that's just why it's more efficient to have those interest lists, because you don't have to scroll through your Facebook timeline and see all these coaches' posts and get sucked into it and be like, oh man, Brittany, that was a baller post. Why can I not think of that? Instead of doing that, you're focusing on your business and who you are targeting and who you're going to talk to. that's just another way to work smarter and not harder, because you won't have to dig through anything. You already have the work, the back end work done for yourself. So the next part, inviting. So this is a funny, this part of the power hour. Okay, we have 10 minutes. So I think that's going to be everything that I do on my, I'll stop sharing my screen now. 1 second. Stop share. Okay. So on the inviting part, this is what I do. Oh, there's a chat. Jamie, my phone won't charge fast. Oh, okay. So inviting. When you think of the word invite, it's kind of intimidating. So what I want you to think of, instead of inviting, I want you to think of suggesting. Or you are, I think suggesting is going to be my best way to put it. Because what you're going to be doing is you're literally just going to be telling these people what works for you, and you're going to invite them to join you in something fun, something that could change their life. So think of that just from the get-go, okay? So be confident in how your life has changed from this, and then you're going to overflow that into your message. But that's the inviting part won't be as icky if you do the back end work of building the relationship. So the other parts of your power hour, where you're commenting on their photos, where you're engaging in their photos, where you're talking to them and asking them how their trips were, you're asking about their family, you're asking how their summer was, all of that stuff, it's going to make them show, or it's going to show them that you care, so that when you do like post a call to action about a challenge group or a free group, it's not as hard going and inviting them and be like, hey girl, I'm trying to get a group of girls together that will share recipes, have fun, share fun fall outfits, and be able to feel confident in our skinny jeans. Would you want to join us? That's how I invite people. I don't say, do you want to buy this from me? Do you want to try Shakeology? I always lead with the group and the community part of it. I always say that, because that, once they get into that, they, like the other stuff, like they're not really buying the products, they're buying everything else. They're buying you is what it is. They're buying your story. So that's another reason why it's so important to be sharing your story via posting, because that means when you actually ask them, the first thing they're going to do is go to your page and look at what you've been doing. So you want to show them that you're consistent. So how I know who to invite, because I track my business, I will go and I'll look at the conversations I had maybe last week or earlier this week, and I'll just see, okay, does it feel natural? If it does, I'm going to go for it. I didn't say does it feel comfortable. I said natural. There's a difference there, because it's going to be uncomfortable, but don't like force something, if that makes sense. Like there is a difference. So I want you to just get out of your comfort zone, but if it doesn't feel like, if it feels like it's being forced, then just wait for a little bit and it'll come up. Like if they like your post, that's an open door to invite them. If people like my post, or if they comment on a call to action, it's an open door for them. And all of those, like the way that I talk to people, is going to be in those templates that I showed you in our team page. So just if you have a question about how I do that, go there. Make sure whenever you're talking to people to make it fun and lighthearted. Just make it seem like you're going to hang out with a glass of wine somewhere, because you want it. Just do it like that. Like you're inviting someone just to go somewhere with you. That's what, like, a challenge group is literally a fun community of women that build each other up. So portray it that way. Don't make it feel like, oh, I'm asking you to buy something from me. That's not what it is. You're not selling them anything. You're just simply giving them what has changed your life. So up next, I'm going to kind of hurry so Brittany can kind of give her tips. Following up with people. This is going to be anybody that's told me no in the past. This is going to be anybody who has fallen off of the conversation. So say like they just stop responding to me. That happens. I'm telling you, it happens. Old customers, people who have said yes and I haven't seen their order go through. I will follow up with everybody. If someone, like, say that I follow up typically twice, and if they don't respond to me, then I will send this conversation ending something like this. I'll take your silence as the timing is not right now, and that's totally okay. I appreciate everything that you shared with me with your goals. I would love to help you in the future. Please don't hesitate to reach out. And I kind of leave it like that open-ended so that if they ever do come to a time, it's not like awkward and they're like, oh crap, she messaged me twice and I didn't respond to her. I kind of leave it open. And I have gotten to the point where I know that I'm not trying to scam anybody, that I don't think like, I don't care if they don't respond to me, because I'm not like, I'm there solely to help them. And so once you get to that mindset, even though it's hard, it's so hard to get to that mindset, just tell yourself that over and over and over again. And it's going to be easier to follow up, because you're going to be like, no, I'm glad so-and-so followed up with me, or, whatever it may be. And that's another reason why tracking is important. So that's why like planning ahead and tracking is like my biggest tip for you in this power hour, because your tracking is what you're going to be pulling out throughout the whole power hour, and it's going to make it go faster for you. And then planning ahead, like your post and your interest list and stuff like that, it's going to make things so much easier so you don't get stuck in the Facebook feed. Like you're using it genuinely as your business, not as a fun social media outlet or whatever. And the last thing is going to be posting and finding content. So I have a post that I already like wrote it out earlier, and I created a picture, and I was going to show you how I did that, but we're kind of out of time. And so I want Brittany to talk. Oh gosh, we have literally 3 minutes. I'm so sorry, Brittany. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you go. And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to talk briefly like about the people, which is probably the majority of you, that work full-time jobs, and how power hours look. Most days, I've been trying to wake up in the morning around like 6. I have to be at work at 7:30. I can get ready really quick. So I've been trying to knock out at least 20, 30 minutes of my power hour in the mornings, so that's not taking any time away from work or from my husband. And then I try to do some when I come home at lunch, and then I also break it into at night. My husband's gone 2 nights a week, Mondays and Thursdays, which is the nights that I'm going to do the nightly power hours. But that's when I really try to focus and put more time into my business. So that way, if the next days, like if I can only put in 30 minutes of my time, then that's all I get to put in. My husband's really stressed me not being on my phone when he's home, and it can be really frustrating. So I try not to be on my phone, but sometimes I tell him like, look, especially when it's towards the end of the month and, I'm pushing for Success Club, like I know that can get hard. So, what else was I going to talk about? And then I was going to say, like, don't give up on people. Like, don't push conversations. I actually just had several people sign up that I've been talking to for a year since I started as a coach, and they just now signed up. So don't give up, and I think they signed up because they genuinely knew that I wasn't just trying to get the money off them. They saw that I was sticking to it, and oh, sorry, we have less than a minute. So
I think it's like 1:45, so you're good. I mean, yeah, okay. Not that long, but still.
Yeah. Now let's try to fill it. Basically just
sign up that have told you no.
Yeah, so just don't give up on those people, and be genuine. Like we see a lot of people that act that that come across really pushy and stuff in their messages. Like just be genuine, like be wanting to help those people. I mean, I talked to Jamie for 3 or 4 months before I actually signed up. So I mean, it takes time for people to trust, even though it's just $140. Like you got to build that trust with people. Another thing I do, a tip, is I put reminders on my phone. I know everybody works differently, but I set reminders. So like if I need to follow up with somebody in like 60 days because, maybe they just weren't ready financially, I'll get that alert. And so I'll add them to my list to follow up during my power hour. I've been playing with a few other things of how I could track people as well. I would say I'm a type A, but I'm also type B too. I'm a mix of the two. So sometimes too much spreadsheets and stuff like that overwhelm me. So I know those aren't for everybody, but obviously the more you grow your business, you can't always use pen and paper. So just try to find what works for you. And then there's also cool stuff like Hootsuite where you can post stuff ahead of time. If you are sitting there on a Sunday and you're like thinking of all these posts, you can go ahead and create them and then add them on the days that you want to post. And just, I did that at a lot in the beginning. I would just sit there and plan out my posts, and then they would just post for me. So then it wasn't taking extra time out of my day to have to post them on Instagram, on Facebook, to share them, stuff like that. So
Okay,
just
we have less than a minute, just FYI. Probably gonna.
okay. That's really all I had. I mean, it was just, you covered a lot of